My
Oh,
man.
dude.
Hey,
What's going on?
glad you got out of bed for us.
Yep. Yeah, I was actually getting ready to knock out already. Huh? But yeah, I'm glad. I thought you were all tied up and everything over there. I was over here. Yeah, I was over here listening to those audios of Franzese and the Bull.
Right.
That sit down. This what that was the second one?
That was the first half of part 2 of the second video they have out.
One thing that I noticed about the first audio that I heard, that they were gonna Sammy told them, I'm gonna break your fucking finger and all this kind of shit, and they started arguing and all this shit.
Yeah, that was
Franzese says something that caught my eye, where you can see that he's an egotistical, you know what I'm saying? He thinks he's better than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? He's told Sammy, "You think I'm in your category?" or some shit like that. Like.
Oh, I didn't catch that one.
Sammy's less than him.
I didn't catch that. I heard them because that was actually the beginning of number 2. They showed the end of the first one, so they got in that argument actually at the end of the first one, which means you didn't finish watching. So that argument was at the end of the first one. So they showed it at the beginning of number 2. Yeah, and Sammy says, "I'll break your fucking finger," and they're pointing at each other.
Fingers and all this, and then
Mike stands up.
Yeah, that he says that if it was another time, I'll fucking kill you right here or some shit like that. He said, and he goes, "Well, it isn't another time. It's now. So what you gonna do?" You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to bring me into your category. I'm not. I'm not
because you're not the underboss anymore. Yeah,
exactly. Some shit like that. So you know what I mean? This shows that this guy's, he's got a big ego. You know what I mean? Just because money makes you, self-secure, I guess. But you can't think that you're better than anybody.
Yeah, it's a false sense of security, that's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that caught my eye.
Yeah, a lot of people think that because they got more money than someone else, that they're actually a better person or they're worth more, or whatever the fuck they are. But life is life, human is human. Unless you're a pedophile, then you're nothing. I don't care how much money you got, you're fucking garbage. But yeah, there's some people, money gets to their fucking head.
Totally. And they think that they're better than everybody. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So they think they're better than everybody.
But here's something interesting that YouTube people don't know. I was doing our thing and this analytics shit pops up. I can't read it, but I figured this one out. So I went and looked at Mike. I think his channel started in 2007. He has a total of, I say, 70 million views. That's from the beginning of his channel, from all his videos, 70 million views.
That's good.
And then that's good. But then I looked at Sammy the Bulls, and he only started a little bit over a year ago, and he got 63 million views.
That's better.
That's way better. So when it comes to interest in this, Sammy Bull's wiping his ass with Michael Franzese.
Yeah, people want to know more about mob stuff, killing and all this stuff. They don't really want to find out about, how did you get rich? Nobody.
Yeah, right. Really? True. And when you see them two sit down and talk to each other, Sammy's hitting them with the rules, Cosa Nostra, the way it is, and he's constantly hitting them with the rule. Mike is just sort of kind of like sitting back, basically listening to Sammy, and then trying to correct Sammy so Mike doesn't look so bad, and it's just really real horse shit.
Yeah,
but one thing I noticed in that sit down is Mike's constantly saying how his dad, after all the damage it did to his family, his dad should have quit, right?
Yeah.
I got a little message for you, Mike. If it wasn't for your dad, you wouldn't be on YouTube right now, because without your dad, you're nothing. You're zero. All right.
You wouldn't have been anything in the first place.
Nothing. You would have never been made. You would have never been in the mob. You wouldn't be who you are today if it wasn't for your dad. Your dad's the only one keeping your head above water right now. And that's it.
Totally.
Because without his dad, he would have never been in the mob. Without the mob, he would have never ratted. Without ratting, he would have never went to the church. He would have never flipped over to YouTube. So you should be thankful your dad didn't fucking quit and was the man that he is, because you're riding his back.
Totally.
I mean, you can,
Totally.
he's your dad, but if it wasn't for him, I'm sorry, pal, you got nothing. You can't compare yourself to these other guys.
You know, Sammy put up he put up an example. What was it called? I wrote it down. Hold on. What was the Forte, something like that? It's called. When you have a meeting with the government, the feds and stuff.
When you debrief, you got 302. Oh, hold on. A proffer.
There you go. That's the word. I can't read my own writing.
You know, that's the first, you know, I've heard that proffer. Listen, I've been in and out of prison shitload of times, but I'd never even heard the word proffer before until maybe about 3 months ago. I was like, what the fuck is a proffer? But apparently you're cutting a deal.
Exactly. And this is what because Mike was going on about that he took the stand in the Norby case, and then he told him about the 250,000 that he gave. I thought it was 50,000. Now he said it was 250,000.
Listen, all I've always seen was 50,000. Now it's turned to 250,000.
Now it's turned to 250.
Regardless, he didn't make a dime.
Yeah, exactly.
So he didn't make a dime.
250,000 not to make no money.
Okay.
So then, you know, he's saying about that, you know, that Norby didn't do a day in prison because of him and all this stuff and blah, 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 all this, the story that we all know.
Right.
And then Sammy asked him that if he had sat down, he had gotten a proffer with the feds and all that stuff. Right. And then he says, yeah, but I didn't give him any information or anything. He goes, well, Sammy tells, let me explain to you what a proffer is. A proffer is a sit down practically with the feds. You know what I'm saying? And you can bullshit them all you want. And, you know, it's a way of cooperating without cooperating.
Right.
How is this? You give them the rumors in the street.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any, like, for instance, I'll give you an example. I don't know Tony. You know what I'm saying? But I know Tony is into drugs. I know Tony's doing this and all that. What is he doing? He's shedding a light to the feds.
Right. On me that was never, they weren't even looking at me before.
Shedding light on people that the feds didn't have any idea about. Plus, he's not involved with them, so he's giving out free information and staying clean.
Right.
But he's still cooperating.
Right.
Or no?
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You know? So Sammy explained this to him. He goes, and that's how you know what I'm saying? That's probably why you're saying that you didn't cooperate.
But you know what's fucked up is he can say that, right? Mm-hmm. But he took the stand. He actually took the stand, and that's the worst you can do. You know, you can sit down and talk and give them information that could lead to an arrest. That's one thing.
Right.
Taking the stand is the epitome of cooperating. You're actually sitting there pointing a finger at someone because they say, can you identify the defendant in the case, Norby Walters? Can you please point at him? That's him.
That's him.
That's him. Point the finger at the motherfucker. And the fact that Norby Walters didn't do a day in jail, he was convicted of 5 years in prison, and he appealed it. He won the appeal. Had he not won the appeal, he would have done 5 years in prison.
He would have stayed in jail.
Yeah, he got lucky. Norby Walters got lucky, and so did Mike Franzese get lucky because he can say he never did the day in fucking jail. But that's old fucking news. Anyone can Google that shit and find out.
Totally.
But on top of him talking about, you know, testifying against Norby Walters, he brought up his dad. He brought up all the boxing. He testified in front of the Senate and Congress, whatever the fuck it was. Mm-hmm. And all that testimony, the agent's sitting there taking notes. They're going, oh, Don King did what? Oh, let's put a little note there.
That's that Forby thing. That, what was that called? Proffer shit.
Yeah. Don King did this. Oh, what else did boxing do? Oh, this professional actor did what? Oh, boom, boom, boom. Now they start checking all these people. Oh, well, we didn't catch him on something, but guess what? His bank account, he's with tax evasion. Bam, he just got arrested. And nobody knows where it came from.
Exactly.
You see, so Mike fucking had diarrhea of the mouth, and he probably took down fucking 50 or 60 people because of his running the fucking mouth.
Totally.
And he's Mr. I didn't cooperate. And then they get on to John Gotti Jr. Here's where I have the problem.
Okay.
Sammy the Bull uses that same scenario on John Gotti Jr. and says, oh, he gave up all these names. Okay.
Right.
But there's not a single person that came forward
saying
in this world with these people, even with dirty agents.
Right.
It would be almost impossible to keep John's running of the mouth a secret if it got someone indicted, arrested, or put in jail.
Oh, they're gonna put it out there.
They're gonna leak it, especially John Jr. Okay.
Exactly. Especially
so the fact that no one's come forth and there's nothing. Okay, we know he did this. He sat down and talked, which is a rule. He broke the rule in the mob.
Right.
Can't do it.
Right.
He's labeled a rat. Fine. But did anyone actually go to jail? Unlike Mike Franzese, did anyone actually go to jail, get indicted, or anything? As of today, no one's come forward.
No, there's no info.
That's why on the street, John, I don't care what YouTube says. I'm direct contact with people. He's good. I don't care. You know, YouTube can say all they want, all these ex-people who cooperated, pointing fingers at each other. On the street, John Jr.'s good.
Right.
He's fucking good. Right. He can walk down the streets of Brooklyn. He's not on witness protection. He lives where he lives. Everybody knows. He's not like in hiding. He's not walking around with his head down because he never did.
Yeah.
They can point the finger at him and use the 302. Yeah, technical rat, absolutely. Did he put anyone away? Fuck no. He did the same shit me and you would do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, send a boatload of shit and fucking, same shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
No one's getting in trouble or there's a deal.
Totally. It's a business.
It's a business. And he's walking out of it anyway. So
totally.
It's not like he was trying to stay in it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was
anything changes on his side and we find out, we'll let you know. Because as of now, I haven't heard shit.
Oh, another thing that I noticed on that thing was that baloney came out again. That's baloney.
Yeah, baloney. I think he said shit once, but that baloney. What are you gonna do?
I've forgotten about baloney.
Poor Mike.
Oh man, poor guy. And what was the middle guy? What's the middle guy? The one that's doing the show. What's his name again?
Oh, Patrick Bet David.
Yeah, he was just in respect. Yeah, you got to respect. You know, you got to respect each other. You're trying to break them up. All right, calm down. We need to calm down.
Yeah, he said they filmed a little longer than usual, or
And everybody was tired, so everybody was edgy and all that bullshit. But oh fuck it. I was watching another video also. This one's gonna hit hard on Sammy though. On what's this other cat? A-Light.
John A-Light. Yep.
Yeah, he put Sammy out there, kid.
I spoke to A-Light a couple times, and I've heard his stories. My memory's not the best, so I'm gonna have to watch the video.
Yeah,
so far from what I've got, outside of him going to prison and all those stories, I don't know anything about that. There's a lot of stories around him going to prison in Brazil, and it was that they were fighting to the death. And I would have thought if prison in Brazil was that bad, shit, it would have been on Locked Up Abroad all day long. You would have seen.
Totally.
I haven't seen it, but then again, I don't watch TV, so maybe it is on Locked Up Abroad.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe he had a bad you can get a bad cell block.
Yeah, totally.
You can have bad, totally. But that fight to the death shit with a knife, I'm not sure about that. Especially being an American citizen.
Yeah, no, he was talking about his relationship with Gotti and that how Gotti didn't trust Sammy, that he had him there and he didn't want him associating with him too much because he says one day we're gonna have to kill him. You know what I mean?
This was before Sammy cooperated.
Before Sammy cooperated, and then now that supposedly he was away in Europe or something like that, and Sammy put something out on him.
Who? A-Light?
On A-Light and YouTube, talking about something like that, and people were asking why he hadn't responded. He says he was away. And
this must have been recently because I think
he just put this up yesterday. I think it was.
Oh, well,
you gotta look.
I think A-Light and Sammy were okay at once. I'm just talking a few months ago. They were good.
Oh, watch it. I was watching
ago, and I don't
watch
know
what it, and tomorrow we comment on it.
Okay,
watch it.
Some shit went south between the two of them. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that he gave Sammy. Sammy was broke as hell when he got out, and then he gave him $3,000, something like that. You know what I mean? And then he starts talking shit about him. He goes, that he figured out. Also, this wasn't what Gotti was talking about. That's why you couldn't trust this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he says that he's asked the same question that I've asked. He claims that Gotti betrayed him or tried to betray him. Well, okay, that's Gotti, but why the fuck did you put all these other people in jail?
And to be honest, listen, after seeing John Gotti and what he did and the history and what he even told his own son to do, go to trial, no deals.
Yeah.
I can't, it just doesn't make sense that John Gotti's going to push all his fucking troubles on and let someone else take the fall. That's not what he stood for.
Nah,
he stood for taking it. Take it on the chin. We go down, we all go down.
Yeah.
And the reason Sammy's got this story is because there's no one there to refute it.
Exactly. That's exactly what he said.
Fucking evidence. There's not one shred of evidence of what Sammy's saying is true. And it's going back to like saying what, you know, these people, they send these comments about Franzese. Michael Franzese said, who gives a fuck what he said? Just look, do your own homework, use your brain, use your fucking common sense. You know, look at the shit around you and figure it out for yourself. Don't fucking suck the milk off someone's tit every time they pop it out. I mean, gee, oh, that was horrible, isn't it? We can on a rant there. But yeah, people don't, you know, they hear something and they take it for gospel. Now, if you tell me something, I'm going to listen to you, right? Because you're a friend of mine. But if it's some serious shit, man, I'm going to check it out myself. And you do the same.
Totally.
Right? I mean, it's serious shit. You can check that shit out, man.
Yeah.
I ain't listening to anyone. And then come up with your own conclusion. Problem is, too many people, they're just, you know, we're getting fucking lazier and lazier. We don't want to learn how to spell. You got spell check or spell fucking voice spell, right? You don't want to read a book. You want the book told to you.
Right.
You don't want to do your own research. You just want someone to fucking tell you what it is.
Right. Shit.
Fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up, you know.
We're dinosaurs, brother.
I hope it don't change with sex and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine? And we're dinosaurs. We're old school.
Right. Totally.
I mean, we're young. Yeah. We're the youngest part of the old school, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. I know. Like, for instance, at work, there's a lot of shit I still do by look.
You write notes on a pad? Me too. You know how easy it is to find?
You know what I'm saying?
You actually have it. Your phone goes fucked up or you lose something.
Yeah.
You're screwed. You got it on a piece of paper in a file somewhere.
My secretary, my assistants and stuff, they're no boss. I'll stick to this. You know what I'm saying?
I write that shit down. And guess what? You know what they used to say about a paper trail?
Right.
There's no paper trail what we're doing unless they actually find the paper.
Exactly.
You put that shit in your phone, you put it in your phone, you're done. You can erase, delete.
You can erase it, whatever, but it goes into a fucking cloud or some shit like that.
Throw that fucking phone in the water and do whatever you want with it. Once do you know every key you type if you're spelling something and you spell it wrong and you backspace, every single key you type is saved in that phone.
Yeah, totally. You know, now some things that I've learned were from my military friends and stuff. You know, like back in the day, like what happened with the mob, that they used to tap phones and tap shit like that.
Yeah.
They don't have everything that you speak on a phone. It's automatically there.
It's got a recording in it.
It's got a recording. All they got to do is, okay, from such date to such date, from such time to such time, and it pops it right out.
That's when we had one of our presidents. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get fucking dinged. You know, they uncovered something. That's why that motherfucker had to take off to Russia. I don't want to say his name either. Right. He had to take off to Russia. But every single United States citizen being recorded.
Yeah.
Every single one of us.
Yeah.
Now, they're not sitting there listening to it, but
no.
It's recorded.
If you need information, it's there.
Now, honestly, I don't got a problem with it. You ain't doing anything wrong. You got nothing to worry about.
Right. You know how I found out?
How?
Okay. You know, they stole my truck. Right?
Right.
They stole my truck. And then I call my friends. Hey, my truck just got stolen. Okay, how did my car get? I loaned it to so and so. Blah 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 blah. Well, the whole thing got uncovered. What phone number did you talk to him on? I gave him the phone number. And they ran the number, and they ran all the numbers that he talked to during the period where I had lent the car, and then supposedly he got robbed and all this stuff and blah blah blah, all this bullshit, right?
Damn. And this was where? In Colombia?
Here.
Shit.
Yeah, this shit. What I'm telling you, well, it's illegal, but
Yeah, I'm saying if they can do that here, imagine.
In the States.
Oh man.
And they call it a blanket, una sábana.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got all the phone calls from all the numbers that came out of the number of the person that I gave the car to, and they found out who had the car. By the text and the text and the conversations.
Damn.
Cost me some money though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's when I'm like, hold up. He goes, yeah. And they explained it to me. Everything is digitalized. Everything.
And for that reason alone, I have to take a trip over here to talk to you. Ain't that some shit?
Right?
Ain't that some shit?
Okay.
You can't trust any fucking thing, huh?
No.
Face to face or fuck it.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
We gotta go back. We gotta go back to
pretty
pigeons. We gotta go back to the pigeons, brother.
Pigeons or the pelicans.
Pelicans. The homing pigeons. The fucking birds. Man.
No, but my message is long, so you gotta be a fucking pelican.
You're gonna need a fucking eagle.
Oh man, those were the fucking good old days, yo. You know what I'm saying? Wish they were back. Okay, so watch that video on Eli. So we can chop it down tomorrow. All right,
brother. You get some sleep. What else?
Yeah.
And then we got the trip coming up. Anyone who's calling me, hold on. Anyone who's calling me and I ain't answering you, it's because I'm in Colombia. I'll be back on the 25th.
That's not true. He just don't want to talk to you.
So Colombia trip is on. All you, Australia, England, America, we're on. So don't worry.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and if you're
we can do March 31st,
right,
through April 3rd.
What is that? How many days?
That's 5.
That Monday through Friday?
That's Friday. They get here Thursday.
Right.
1, 2. No, wait, hold on. They get here Thursday. That'd be 1 night, 3 nights.
Anyone interested in a trip to Colombia, hit me with an email, mafiamade1971@gmail. This is for the second round. The first trip is booked.
Oh, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can do getting here on Wednesday, the 30th of March, through the 4th of April.
Okay.
Okay.
March
30th. Through April 4th.
March 30th, April 4th. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
March 30th, April 4th, second round of trip to Colombia. Hit me up on an email and make sure you have a passport. As of now, you do not need to be vaccinated to get into Colombia. You just need to take a negative test,
Negative test. Exactly.
24 hours. It's an easy one. They swab your fucking nose and that's it.
Okay. Beautiful. All right, Bubba. Be good.
All right, son.
See you later. All right, bye-bye.
Bed and put your pants on.
Bye.
See ya.